So, YouTube has informed that I am live, so I must be live, and it must be Friday night, and it must be Wally's World, and my glasses must be dirty because they always are. And it's only when that's the wrong way. It's only when you start looking at a computer screen with this light that you see all the smear and stuff that's on my glasses and stuff. Guys, you're very welcome to Wally's World on a Friday night. It is Friday night live. So Siobhan, it is Friday night live at Wally's World. So guys, welcome. Hit that thumbs up. Say hello in the comments. Whatever you want to do, guys. I am unprepared, unscripted, no topics of conversation prepared, anything like that. Which is the way that we like it. So we are pretty much open to anything. You want to talk about the upcoming World War III? Let's do it. Do you want to talk about Wally's attempted at tree climbing? Let's do it, guys. You want to talk about Red Branch? You want to talk about where is it? Oh, it's downstairs. Wally got a new coat. You want to talk about that? Let's do it, guys. The floor is open. First of all, Roddy, how's it going? You're very welcome. First of all, I'm COVID free. Mark, how's it going? You're very welcome. Guys, I'm COVID free since Wednesday. So, got 2 double negatives, and the way it works here in the north as well is that even if you are testing positive and it's day 10, you can toddle on out into the world and you can just live your life as normal. So I had to wait until Wednesday and Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday. So I got my 2 negatives on Monday and Tuesday, which was handy because Wednesday I was back to work. So I was straight back into work on Wednesday afternoon. So it has been catch up because Red Branch, my main business is opening back up tomorrow. So I have so I spent all week trying to get it ready and trying to get videos out and do all that jazz, and I also and this is coming out Sunday, right? So you guys know that I've been doing a fair whack of splitting videos, and I was getting a lot of comments and a lot of questions about the Husqvarna axe. It's not much, Mark. It's not much. It was about 20 feet, and it was a lot of people are not happy with the ladder. So what can you do? So it is like, let me see. Sneak peek. Here's a preview. Okay, so a lot of people were going on about the Husqvarna axe. My God, it's amazing. Yes, it's amazing. Oh my God, it's splitting that wood. We need to get one. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so somebody put a comment on one of the axe videos and said, Wally, what is it like? What's it like splitting softwood? What's it like splitting soppy old wood? You know the wood that you buy that comes in a ton bag and it's been processed and it's old softwood? And well, do you know, Mark, I haven't banged a wedge with it yet, but I would say it is. It's 2.8 kilograms. It's got a nice weight to it, and it swings really well. Swings so nice. So what I did was I went down the Red Branch and I had all these targets set up for axe throwing, right? So I threw them all in the back of the yoke and I took them back up and I split them the other day. I split 4 of them in a row with 4 different axes to see which performed. Now it's spruce, guys. And if you guys are into if you guys remember when I was splitting the spruce before, it's the same stuff, exactly the same trees. It was a bloody nightmare. I don't know, Mark. I don't know off the top of my head. Don't know. like a monkey. You should hear the huffing and puffing out of me. That was my first day free. That was my first day free from COVID. So I went down and I says, going to climb this tree. I needed to move the parachute anyway, so then ended up making a balls of the parachute. I'm probably going to have to put up me spare parachute. But it was like, what was I going to say? What was I saying? What was I saying? What was Woody talking about? Nobody knows. So I went and I split. Thomas, how's it going? Good man, Roddy. An asthmatic dyslexic monkey. That's me, hey, that's me. Good man, Thomas. Fair play. So it was like these rounds of spruce, guys. They're about 14 inches tall, right? This stuff, so much criticism. When I was splitting a lot of wood on the channel, guys, and I was stacking the wood for this year, so that would have been 2 years ago. I was splitting a lot of this spruce, and I was noodling a lot of it, and I got so much people going, well, what are you doing that for? Why are you noodling the wood? That I actually did a whole load of videos on splitting the spruce and how bloody difficult it is. This stuff, the only thing I can describe it like is what you guys say elm. You guys in the States say what elm is like. This stuff just, you're talking about, it won't split, right? And there's like the tiniest little branch sticking out of the bark, and it runs the whole way right into the center. Hi, Avery. So it's like, oh, it's just a nightmare. Anyway, Husqvarna absolutely failed completely. Was not up to it. Just didn't work. Just couldn't. No matter what I did, it wasn't working. And I was trying different things, and so I had to go get the Fiskars. Had to go get the big Fiskars, which split it slightly better. And then I got the Hultifers, which split it a little bit better again, guys. But the surprise was I went and got the wee small Fiskars, the X-25, and it was a bloody rocket, guys. I recorded 5 videos one after another, so I split each round and recorded a video each round because I wanted it all to be fresh in my head. And that is behind the scenes. But that the last one of those is not going to come out for 4 weeks. You know, so there'll be, I think there's one out on Sunday, there's one out Wednesday. Sorry, 3 weeks. There's one out Wednesday, and then the following Wednesday, and then the following Wednesday. But Jesus, I've one left to split, and I'm sort of thinking to myself, I might just get the bloody chainsaw. I'm drinking fancy stuff tonight. Look at that. That's Buckfast. It's not Buckfast, Roddy. It's not Buckfast. It's Diet Coke. It's Diet Coke with lime. It's okay. It's not bad. So what have you guys been getting up there? It has turned cold again here. Like, not in this one, Doug. Not in this one. It was opposite. Absolutely opposite. I think the fact that this stuff is so stringy. The Fiskars was the only axe that didn't bind. The X-25 was the only axe that didn't bind. Everything else, just, you put it in, you were busting down on the handle to try and get it come out, and it wouldn't come out and wouldn't come out. The Hultifers wasn't as bad. Yeah, prune juice. Gotta get the old poo-poos out of me. Swear to God, but Doug, I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. So if you see on average each video was 10 minutes. The Husqvarna video, I give up after 10 minutes and said I'm ending it there. Yes, you are right, Roddy. That is why. And in the X-25 video, now the X-25 was the last axe, and I actually was going on camera, you know, this is not going to do anything because everything else has found this so difficult. And it just it just went. So every other round was taking at least 10 minutes, right? And I split 2.5 in the 10 minutes with the X25. It was just unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. I was like, what, really? I was going, this is going to be crap. This is the lightest axe. It's, you'll see, guys, you'll see. It just, but it was fun. It was fun. And that was my first day out of quarantine as well. So I did that, and then I went and climbed those trees. It was like, no wonder I was huffing and puffing. What do you want it for, Dan? That's the question you got to ask yourself. What do you want it to do? You know, so do you look after your axes as well? That's what you got to ask yourself. So now, Rod, that is a question. Do you know what? I've never had a backpack brush cutter. There has to be more CCs in them, doesn't there? The Wild Axe. You can call it the Wild X. You know, that's the first thing, Dan. That's what I'd be thinking. What do you want it to do? Do you want it to split wood? Do you want something that you can just chuck in a bag and not think about again? Do you know what I mean? One of those wee Fisker splitting axes would be hard to beat for something like that, because they're synthetic, so they have that fiberglass overmolded handle, or fiberglass something handle, you know, and it's not going to rust too quick. If you want something that's really nice, where is it? And you're talking about backpacking and stuff, you want something about this size, about 22 inches. That's about perfect for bushcraft and backpacking. But it's never going to be the best splitter in the world. It's always sort of designed to be more of a chopper. Do you know what I mean? So you're see how skinny it is? So your chopper is your splitting is going to be more like a wedge shape, more like a triangle shape. So yeah. I'd be looking at one of the wee Fiskers. Definitely be looking at one of the wee Fiskers, you know, because they're good for splitting wood. So if you're not going to be cutting down trees with it, you know, that's good, because I can cut down trees with it if needed. You know, so that's more bushcraft than camping. Do you know what I mean? Gators World, how's it going? Yeah. Well, Gator, the thing is that one of those ropes was nothing to do with me at all. One of those ropes was tied into the tree and going across, and that was the rope that I had to move. So I actually only had one rope on me, and it was set up in a cow's tail. So it was attached in the middle onto the side of my harness, and I had the two cow's tails. So one went round the tree to go higher, and that was clipped in, and then the other one was moved, and I climbed up and then put the other one on. So it's a complicated enough process. It sort of took me a wee. I'm sure if you're at it all day, you'd be flying it, you know. But I did sort of feel I was a little bit. It took me a little while to get round it. Do you know what I mean? To get my head round it. But then, you know, I haven't been rock climbing or anything in a long time, so it was all right. I would, you know, so a lot of guys were saying that I probably should have put a rope in first and then prossed up the rope without the ladder. Probably would have been a lot safer, you know, in the end. But the thing is that everything is so. Maybe you guys would know that have done tree climbing before. The crowns are so intertwined. You'd have to climb the tree to put the rope up in the first place. Do you know what I mean? Because you wouldn't get a true line up there. Well, you probably would, but it's not going to fall back down the other side. It's not, you know, it's a very congested space, if that makes sense. Journey North, you are very welcome, buddy. Yeah, well, you see, this is the thing, you know, when it comes to axes, I'm a purist as well. So I was impressed at the abilities of the X25, I have to say. Doug, it was fun. I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just something, definitely got the heart racing, and I definitely was nervous a little bit. But the thing is, once you get off the ladder, it's fine because you're hanging in your harness, and I've hung a lot in harnesses, so it's not a big deal to me. So, hang on a second. I have a question. I want to go back to something there, guys. Rod. Okay, so I have no experience of a backpack brush cutter, trimmer, whatever you want to call it. I've never used one. How heavy they would be, I don't know. The fact that there is a flexible shaft, do you know what I mean? It seems to me that if something is being powered on your back and there's a flexible shaft going down into your straight shaft of your brush cutter, that maybe it's not, but to me that seems like an area of failure. Do you know what I mean? A flexible shaft. Does that make sense? If you have a brush cutter, you have your engine and everything runs in a straight line and that's it, right? But if you have a backpack, there has to be a flexi bit that comes around onto here, you know. So yeah, I've never seen one in real life. I've never seen one being used here. So unless that's the reason, well, I have the Dremel I use. I have a flexible shaft on it, and I'm on my second one because it has failed, and I don't use it a lot. Do you know? Blower packs are fine, but that's a different story. You know, you don't have something spinning on the inside of a blower. Well, you do, but you know, if you imagine, you know, there has to be, you know, the way there's a bit on the inside of your drive shaft on your brush cutter, your trimmer, right? Well, it has to be propelled by something, and that thing that propels it has to be flexible, and that just doesn't seem. It just seems like too many moving parts and too much can go wrong. Do you know what I mean? Steep grounds, get a goat. How steep is steep? This is the thing, boy. It's tough. Steep groundwork is tough with a brush cutter, boy. And it depends on what you have, because you know when I was when I got the Honda, when I got the 4-stroke. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, there is that side of it too. Sorry, replying to Doug. So when I got the 4-stroke brush cutter, your man in the shop said to me, he says, don't be lifting it up like that because of the way the oil runs. So I was like, 35 degrees is a big enough slope. Yeah. I don't know. Could you rent one? That's what I'd be looking at. I'd hire one. I must hire something myself and get all that work done. I have so much work to do down at Red Branch. It's just building up and building up. And every time I drive in, it's like, oh, Jesus. And next week, I have to try and do all the jobs that I was supposed to do in the last 2 weeks when I was off with COVID. And it's like, oh, you're a funny boy, Roddy. Funny boy. Funny boy. It's hard. It's hard to know. I don't know. I suppose if you think about who puts the hardest use into a brush cutter or something like that, right? And normally around here, it's going to be council people, right? If it's a gardener, it's normally their own equipment and they're going to look after it. Council worker doesn't care, and they run brush cutters and hedge cutters and lawnmowers and backpack blowers and all that crack all the time. And not once have I ever seen them use a backpack brush cutter. Do you know what I mean? Jay, how is it going? You're very welcome, buddy. So that's what I would be thinking. And also a way I've started thinking now is that if you want to repair it, who repairs it? Do you know what I mean? So, oh, it's way up there. If you have a local repair guy that fixes all your stuff, I'd ask him. Which is what I found to be the case, because if you ask him, I went into my repair guy once, and I was looking at buying a top handle chainsaw. I probably told you guys this before. And your man, I says, I'm thinking about getting an Echo, or I'm thinking about getting a Husqvarna. He says, don't get an Echo. I was like, why? He says, well, there's nothing wrong with them, but down the line you might be able to get parts for them. Whereas Husqvarna are the biggest company in the world, one of the biggest, that type of company in the world. Do you know what I mean? So he says, you'll always get parts for a Husqvarna, always. So I was like, fair enough. There's no difference in price or anything like that, or CCs. Everything was exactly the same. So that is what put me over the edge with my Husqvarna, and that's why I got the top handle Husqvarna. But and that's something that my local car dealer said to me as well. So we're going to get a hybrid car, you know, a petrol and battery self-charging hybrid Toyota. And he said, well, put it like this: if you get a diesel car instead of the hybrid, if anything breaks or it needs a service, I can fix it. But if you get the hybrid, Roddy, you open yourself up to all this. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. He says, if you get a hybrid and anything goes wrong or it needs a service, it needs to go back to the main Toyota dealership, right? And I was like, just get the diesel. Just get the diesel. Do you know what I mean? So my mechanic's 2 miles down the road, you know. It takes me 5 minutes to get there in my car. I'd be an hour driving to the dealership, you know, and you know yourself. You know, it's not like we have big open motorways and you just drive off the motorway and it's there. No. You got it all wee towns and stuff. And I know, Roddy, I know. What happened? It's not. What you need to tell us. If it's repaired, is it the same problem again? Sorry, I thought I had my glasses on. If it's the same problem again, I'd have it back to him. Pain in the hoop, is that the problem? Is that an anti-Celtic thing, is it? Is there petrol in it? The reason why, here's a story. Talk about customer service, right? There was a shop, it's gone now. There was a shop local in town to me that did hired out machinery and fixed machinery and stuff. And the people that owned it would have been good friends with my family. They didn't know me because I had lived away for a long time. So, people didn't recognize me. So I had a chainsaw that wasn't working once. Nice. Let me finish this story and then we're going to talk about sawmills. I want a sawmill. No use for it, but I want a sawmill. And I had a chainsaw, an old Chinese chainsaw that didn't work. It was laying in. This is before I had a chainsaw, so maybe 10 years ago or something. And I took it into the shop. Now these people didn't know who I was, and I was recommended to go into them because they look after you, because they were friends with your father. So I went in and I says to your man, I says, I've a chainsaw here that's not working. He went, okay, let me have a look. And he opened it up and he went, sure, there's no petrol in it. I went, do you think I would take a chainsaw into a repair shop, you know, and it wouldn't be working because I hadn't put petrol into it? And he went, I says, give us the saw. Give me that saw. And I just turned around and left. And I never went back near the place again. And what I did is I went over to another repair guy where I had never stepped foot. They had no family allegiance or anything like that. And I walked in, and that is where I get all my saws done. And that is where I get all my machinery done and everything. Okay. And the man is a genius. And he never asked me stupid questions. Well, he calls me stupid all the time and says I'm bad to my machines. But in a friendly way. In a friendly way. Ah, sorry, Thomas. A woodland sawmill. A woodland sawmill. Is that the green one, the same as the Outsider has? Yeah, sorry, Thomas. There's no issues here. Normally, if it was, actually, I don't even know who it was. Recognize that place, Roddy? $55 centimeter. 55 centimeter. Unreal. Now, here is the question. You do not have to answer if you don't want the J. But how much does something like that cost? I was looking at stuff like that here, and they were about £3,500. And it's like you get a basic kit, and they're saying, and then they're saying like, oh, what screen? It's these. What? Wait, I'm lost. There's a guy in bamboo in the screen. I've lost you. Lost you. Okay. Right. A sawmill. A sawmill. Imagine the potential that is there for a sawmill. The problem being here is that you need the lumber for it. So you'd be, you know, there's no forest that you can just go and cut. That would be the dream, wouldn't it? Imagine. My guys, you guys in the States and in Canada and places like that, you have no idea how lucky you are to have that amount of woodland. Whereas we have, even up in Scotland, Roddy, you have 50% more woodland cover than we have here in Ireland. It is unbelievable how bad the forestry situation here is in Ireland. And I'm not just talking about big just broadleaf trees or anything like that. It's even planted forests and stuff. It's just a disaster. It's a disaster. And you know, and the planted forest you're not allowed into. Nice. Is it your own? 394. You see, when I have a chainsaw mill down in the shed, and I set it up once and tried to use it once, and you end up, if you're only running a 20-inch bar, which you think to yourself, yeah, it's plenty, yeah. Because you have to put the brackets on the bar and stuff like that to hold everything in place, you end up with about this much of usable space on the bar. And it's like, this is pointless. This is absolutely pointless. So you'd need to be running at least a 28-inch bar, I think, for any sort of milling. And you're talking about milling small stuff, 6-8 inches, you know. No, Doug, Jesus, the hardwoods here are like looking into a bowl of spaghetti when you look up through them. Yeah, you see, what that's coming to us now. You see, so we have all the ash dieback, which is a disaster because ash was such an important tree for the Irish, you know. So it's just there's a lot of folklore around it and stuff, and it's just all dying. And the same as the elm trees did, and you know, I've never seen an elm tree in my life, so there's no. They reckon it came in from the EU on a shipment of wood that we bought in from the EU, and that's where it came from first. And it's one of those things. But 2 years ago, I was looking at all these trees, and I was going, those ash trees aren't right. There's something wrong there. It's like the dye from the top down. And I was talking to a friend of mine, and I said, "Oh, the trees at Red Branch. Yeah. Sorry. But they're all crappy old pine trees, you know." Wow. A 60-inch bar. That's massive. Yeah, but they're very small. This is the thing. So you're talking, you know, you've seen the Red Branch trees, this size. And it's not great lumber, you know, so I suppose I might try milling some of it at some stage. Maybe square something off just to see how it works. Nice. You You need a lot of cc's for a sawmill, but this is for a chainsaw mill. This is the thing. So, and yeah, it would be nice. It is something I have thought about. You know, make your own lumber. It's like you just remove so much. You know, tree, cut it into wood. You know, there's just so much, right? I know, I've seen some of them. 34-inch bar, even a 34-inch bar to me, Thomas, seems absolutely mental. I run the 24-inch bar and I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, this is so big. But you just get used to it. You know yourself, like you just completely get used to it. It is, I must get out and get the saws going. It's just the COVID thing just completely throws you. You're just like, it's an inconvenience. I know I wasn't sick. Listen, I know I wasn't sick, Doug, and I know you were as well. Like, and this is the thing. So I was talking about it with me with a friend of mine yesterday, and the only thing we can come up with the whole COVID situation is that it is random. It is random if you get it, you know, and if you do get it, your symptoms are random, you know. So it's like some people are completely fine, some people are floored, you know, and it's like healthy people, you know, no underlying illnesses or anything like that, and they're getting floored, like absolutely floored. So it's just a bit of a balls, isn't it? Yeah. Well, you know, and you know, not to belittle you or anything, Doug, and that's the way you were. And I did those, you know, split wood for 50 minutes and one climb those trees, you know, and it was like, I don't know. I wouldn't regard myself as the fittest critter in the world, but you know, I was running and stuff, and you know, so hang on. Why is there a guy in bamboo in the screen? Jay, what are you on about there? Why is there a guy in bamboo in the screen? It came in earlier on. I'm not, and it's not just coming in now. But tell me this: who is importing woodland sawmills into Ireland? It does make you weak. It does. It does. This is the thing. You're not quite the same. You're not quite the same. And I felt that, like, you know, when I was up that tree, I was huffing and puffing. I was going to myself, you should be finding this a wee bit easier. It's not that taxing, you know. So, Westmeath is in Ireland, guys. If anybody's wondering what Jay said there. So you could float it over. It'd be grand. Guys, I got a new coat. It's made of something. Can you see that? It's made of a very remarkable material. Well, you could, well, Rod, you know, you could. Tin Man, how's it going, Tin Man? What's the crack? It's let me see now. I don't know. Oak's quite heavy, so if you hollow it out into a canoe, it might sink, but it probably won't sink straight away. So you'll be halfway across the Irish Sea, down you'll go. No way. No way. Well, they said it's 50-50, isn't it? Ah, lovely. Home time. It's near bedtime here. It'll be bedtime in 25 minutes. I have a full day in not the snow, in the cold wind and rain in the forest tomorrow, teaching bushcraft skills. It's my first time back since, I'm going to say the end of November. So Thanks, Marlon. Thanks. Yeah, it was fine. But here is the thing. Go back to COVID just for a little second, guys. Here's the thing. I was, I work in schools, so I teach in schools and I teach bushcraft skills and stuff like that in schools. And it's all very tame and it's all brilliant. It's just so good to see the kids enjoying it. I try, Rod. I try. Sometimes, some days are more taxing than others. But what they're talking about in the school is double COVID. Double COVID. So everybody's getting it again. What can you do about that? Double vaccinated, all your boosters, doesn't really matter. You're still getting it. He says, well, sure. Well, what can you do? Hey, what can you do? But yeah, it is. Sometimes it can be a labor of love, but it is fun. It is a lot of fun because you get to teach the kids these things that they would never experience otherwise. And it's just, especially when you're doing the fires and stuff. Sorry, Roddy. Especially when you're doing the fires and stuff. They're like, wow. So that's good. That's good. But it's the same as everything. It has its moments. Good days and bad days. Good man, Aaron. We'll see you in the morning, buddy. We'll see you in the morning. And me, it has been. It's something that has come across before, but it just never seems to come. This is people approach me and say, "Oh, I work with this group of at-risk teens." That's an example, right? Just I work with at-risk teams. Would you be interested in putting a program together and run it with these at-risk teens or whatever like that? And I say, yeah, of course. They're the best ones to get. And so you do it with you come up with a program and send it off to them, and then nothing ever happens. This is the thing. So, but it's like 50-50. So if you're responding to 2 or 3 people, if you respond to 4 people, 2 people will come back to you. Do you know what I mean? Or you're responding to 10, 5 people will come back. And it just seems to be picking up a bit of traction at the minute. So, which is brilliant. No, I would be more of a facilitator, Rod. So a company would approach me, like a charity that works with disadvantaged kids would come to me. So they would already have that network in place. So they know how to apply for the funding. They know how to do all those different things. Thank you, Marlon. You are right. Marlon, you crack that whip, buddy. Get those thumbs up. So they would have all that in place, and they would be going, right, well, we have money to run a program. What sort of program would benefit these things? And what's happening is that I've worked with one group for a few years, and then they have talked about it to other groups, and then it just all comes true. So it all comes through word of mouth. And what I found is that there's only so much advertising you can do. 80% of my business is word of mouth. Empty your pockets on the way in the door, boys. So this is, do you know what I mean? So a lot of return customers, and it's all word of mouth. It's all somebody will message me and say, oh, such and such was telling me about this program you're on. Would you run something like that with me? So no way, you lucky duck, Doug. A blizzard? There's no blizzards here. It's just stupid cold and raining. Yeah. Roddy, did you thumbs up? See, this is what happens when you're doing these live streams, is you ask people to thumbs up and everybody just says, I couldn't be bothered, I'm out of here. Sure, what can you do? So But it is a remarkable thing. Doug, thanks very much, buddy. It is a remarkable thing. You do see a massive turnaround in people, and it can be challenging for them. And I don't make it easy. So it's, do you know what I mean? So I push them. You know, Ginge, how's it going, buddy? I pushed him, and Aaron will tell you that, Aaron comes in. Aaron is one of my long terms. He's in the chat there. He is 14 or 15 as well. So we got to always remember the child friendly and stuff like that. So they work when Aaron comes in every Saturday, and there's a group that comes in every Sunday as well. You're 12, Aaron. Okay, thought you're older than that. So it is. They work, so yeah. Yeah, it's pretty far off. That's what happens when you grow old. You just don't know what age people are. Everybody looks 14. But it's good fun. It's good fun, especially if they're into it. So now, when it comes to upcoming videos, what have we got for you guys lined up this evening? Sorry, on Sunday. We have the splitting. We have the splitting. The Husqvarna axe, guys. Jeannie Mac. Bumpkin Rocks, how's it going? You're very welcome. So I still have to go back. Thanks, Ken. 11. Yay. Thanks very much. That's like that, isn't it? Yay. Who's got 11 people watching and 11 thumbs up? This guy. I'm well recovered. Hey, well recovered at this stage. I'm COVID free since Wednesday. What day is today? Thursday. No, Friday. Today's Friday. So, I have chains to fix and everything. I've sort of been, you're hanging around the house and you're waiting to go, but you're like this going, come on, I gotta get out, because you all these things that you have to do and stuff, and then you forget to do all the other stuff that you're supposed to do. They just are uneducated to the ways of the woolly. It's the only reason, Thomas. It's the only reason. It's probably because I don't know. It's hard to know. YouTube is a fickle beast, I find. And if you don't play the YouTube game very well, it can be remarkably hard to get anywhere. That is something that I learned from my 6-ish years of YouTube. It could be 7 years, guys. I'm not even sure, because I've been on it so long that I can't see my old videos anymore. So it is. Yeah, it was fun. Mama Taz, you're very welcome. That is what I find. So if you want to succeed and get your message out on YouTube, you need to pick one type. Thanks, Ken. Thank you. You need to pick one topic, and you need to stick to that topic until you get about 10,000 subscribers, and then you deviate. So me, I have 5,000 something, maybe 5,800, and I have 1,800 on my other channel. Tell me what? Did I know what? Hang on, Ronnie. I misread your question. So that is what I discovered. So when I started Wally's World, and a lot of you guys won't have been, a lot of you guys came in when I started the Splitter Wars and when I started uploading one video a day. That was my experiment. That was the start of my experiment. I says, I'm in lockdown. I've got 400 tons of beech wood or whatever it was, just 8 big massive beech trees. And the other channel is called Red Branch Bushcraft, and it's just about bushcraft and survival and gear reviews and knives and axes cross over to both, but no chainsaws or anything like that. So what I did was I uploaded one video a day for a year, right? At the end of that year, I had gained 4,000 subscribers. In the 5 years previous, I gained 1,000 subscribers. And I don't know. Oh, why? Tell me, Roddy. Sorry, tell me. Is it because I'm Irish? I know, but you see, the thing is, Rod, is that I spent 6 years recording and uploading absolutely anything that I felt like. So if you're interested in chainsaws, right, and you watch a chainsaw video by me, my next video could be about bushcraft, and I'm out lighting fires and drinking coffee in the woods, and you're like, well, I'm not interested in that, so I'm not going to watch it. So then YouTube doesn't know how to promote you, and the longer you do that for, YouTube loses. It just doesn't know what to do, because like I you know, and I'm sure one of the boys will pipe in now, I had a big load of videos of me shaving my head and stuff like that, you know. So a lot of people would have watched those. Some of those videos had massive views, you know, and then the next video was about chainsaws, and somebody who's into head shaving videos doesn't watch the chainsaw videos, and so on and so forth. So yeah. Randy, you're very welcome, buddy. Thanks, Roddy. Thanks. Six Nations is coming. I'll get you back for that one. Yeah, but you see, Rod, I'm like that, but I'm seasonal. I will sit, coming up to the winter, I will sit and binge watch chainsaw videos. Coming into the summer, I'll sit and watch bushcraft videos, you know. So it's strange, but YouTube, that's the way YouTube works. So February last year, I started a new channel. So that's where Red Branch Bushcraft came. So I took all the mistakes that I made on Wally's World, and I did the opposite on Red Branch Bushcraft. And I reached out to, you know, I got involved, sort of accidentally involved with companies and reviewing their gear, and Firebox Stove got, you know, liked what I was doing and sort of started promoting my stuff while I was reviewing their stuff. And Red Branch Bushcraft averages about 280 subscribers a month. Wally's World would be lucky to get 100. Exactly. Yeah, well, that's the thing, Thomas. Randy, you just yeah. So it's you know, that's what I've learned from all this time on YouTube. And you know, this is what I learned as well. I spent a lot of time last year researching and doing online programs about video making and storytelling, and you know, and setting up the first minute of your video to visually tell the story of your video, and then having the start of it. So it's like, and you leave it as a cliffhanger at about 45 seconds, and then you start your video, and your cliffhanger's right at the end. And I went through all that, and there was certain videos that I spent hours and hours and hours going over minute details and putting stuff in and timing music with all these things and trying to make them more atmospheric and all this. And you see, in the chainsaw and in the bushcraft, no difference whatsoever. If it wasn't about something people are interested in, they're not going to watch the bloody thing. That's what I found. So you do a video about a firebox stove, 1,000 people will watch it in 2 days. You know, you do a video about, you know, my dog went missing up the mountain, no interest. Sorry, guys. Have I been to Thailand? I have, yeah. I did the whole Southeast Asia thing about, I don't even know how long ago. Mark, take it easy. I don't even know, but I did the Vietnam, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, and stuff like that. So it's you just got to keep getting decent content out. This is what I find, is that, yeah, but it has to be consistent to your niche, or your niche. I don't know how you pronounce it in the thing. Yeah, the kid stuff bombs. Nobody watches it. Really, 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 really bad reviews or bad views all the time, consistently. Like, so there's so I spend a lot of time running experiments on you guys, on subscribers. So I'll do a certain type of video and see how that works. You know, I did a whole big series on homeschooling for adventurous kids on Woolly's World when we were in first lockdown, and nobody watched them. I mean, absolutely no. Yeah, listen, I'm Irish. We have personality in droves. it's just leaking out of us. Yeah. The thing about it is that if I turn and angle my butt towards the camera in my thumbnail, it just doesn't quite have the same appeal as if certain other people are doing it, you know. It's funny. There is a lot of channels out there that use, you know, well, what was it to say? Sorry, Randy, for some reason, YouTube hid that. Yeah, I would agree. But then there's some channels that you look at and you think to yourself, how? You know, there's some channels and you obviously can see it, you know, and if you really are interested in growing your channel, guys, that's it. That's the two things. So at the moment I'm sticking with content, but eventually what will happen is that, and this is it, I get into these things, and I will just get into this again when I have a wee bit more free time. I'll be sitting here going through YouTube master classes, and I'll be learning about making videos, and slowly but surely, you know, you end up with a better camera, and you know, and this is the problem. YouTube is a professional thing now, even though it's for amateurs. The big people that are making videos are spending thousands on their videos, if not more. And I'm not just talking about I'm not just talking about like the Mr. Beast who's giving away, you know, £500,000 and stuff like that. The production value, like he probably has 50 people working for him, you know. Cool, Pumpkin. Yes, feeling much better. Thank you. Hang on, I missed one. Tasman! Yeah. Tasman, you just keep doing what you're doing. You see, you got it nailed, you know. Get those chainsaw videos out. You know, I sit and watch chainsaw videos all day long, you know, when it's my season for watching chainsaw videos. That's the bottom line. That's what I brought from all that, right? That's why I split the channel. That's why I stopped doing certain videos, right? So if it's not related to chainsaws and axes and firewood, it's probably not going to be on Woolly's World. If it's bushcraft and survival and gear reviews, it's going to be on Red Branch Bushcraft. If the problem being is that it just removes this whole other aspect that I had that I enjoyed about YouTube, and that was where I'd walk out the door and grab a camera and just make a video about anything. So that's where I'm thinking about a third channel. And that would be unmonetized, no schedule, you know. Like at the minute I'm uploading 7 videos a week, 3 to each channel plus a live feed, you know. No, I wasn't ready. Were you? So it's like that is what they call a vlog channel, a personality type channel, right? So if they are the absolutely extreme hardest channel to make it. So what you do is you make it as a niche channel, and then you slowly progress to a personality channel, right? So I will try, Thomas. Nobody should have to see that, but yes. That's funny, guys. But YouTube is funny. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a hell of a lot of fun. Jesus, it is fun. Making videos is good fun. You know, interacting with people is good fun. The feedback you get is amazing as well. You know, and I don't mind people come on and say I'm doing shit, and, you know, and oh my God, that was terrible. You know, and you know, people, you know, but and that's it. And Tasman's right. You can't get stuck in the statistics because it'll eat you up, and that's what happens. You're sitting like this on your phone, you know. Oh, YouTube analytics. Oh, YouTube studio. Oh my God, why is this video performing 10 out of whatever? You can't care. This, you know, otherwise, you know. So look, yeah, it's just bizarre. I'm going to put that away. I'm not even looking at it. Do you know? Not this long time, Jay. Not this long time. Hang on a second. No, I haven't, Rod. It's something I don't know a lot about. Vlog life, yeah. Vlog life is even different than just vlogging. You know, vlog life is more about where you're bringing people around and doing your you know, you see a lot of these guys who are homesteading and stuff. It's sort of like a vlog lifestyle. Well, that's what I think. You know, which to me is very interesting, because it's the tasks and it's their daily life. A vlog channel is more where it's just somebody talking, you know, just talking, you know, I'm going to blah, 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 blah. And they're very difficult to get off the ground because the topics are so varied, you know. So if you have an amazing personality, right, it won't matter. It'll just be really difficult. And a lot of these guys are using Instagram and TikTok and all these different things, and everything is being cross-promoted and all this. So people from Instagram are coming across to YouTube, and YouTube's going across to Instagram, blah, 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 blah. Up it goes. Up it goes. It's crazy. Speedo chaps, eh? I'll get a pair of Husqvarna Speedos. I would say we would need to push the numbers, Rod, before I would go down that route, because it would be very embarrassing for me to have a subscriber meetup and the only people who are there would be me, you, and my mommy. Jay, I used to hunt all the time. I don't anymore, but I just sort of went. I didn't go off it. I just sort of stopped doing it. There's nothing to hunt here. This is the problem. Everything's dead. You know, there's no rabbits. Any deer that we have are very few in numbers. Believe it or not, I saw two stags today on the top of the mountain from my kitchen window, which is about 4 miles away, and I spotted them. So my eyesight's not that bad. And there's nothing, no rabbits. There's no, you know, it's just bloody green desert. That's what we call it, the green desert. We'll all go to Red Branch and we'll all get into my shed. Oh, here, what did you think of that video, guys? Sika or Reds? Reds here. We don't get Sika here. We get Sika and Fallow and stuff like that up north. I've been out deer stalking once. Loved it, boy. Loved it. And guys, listen, if I have missed a comment that you think's important, put it again, okay? Because sometimes these the comment section is flying for me tonight. Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's the Speedo comment. It's okay. It's like, yeah. So I went up north and I hunted. Went up with a friend of mine and we went deer stalking, and he shot a Sika, and I wasn't there when he shot it. We were way off looking somewhere else, and we butchered it and hauled it out on our backs and rucksacks. It was a great day, absolutely great. The wouldn't, yeah, he's Roddy is amazing at typing how I think he would sound. Kane Custom Garage, thank you very much. Take it easy, buddy. So it's like, yeah, well, do you know what, Jay? It all is. There's nothing here. I actually like red. Do you know that? I've always thought Sika was just a little bit gamey. I thought the red was delicious. A friend of mine is big into stalking, and you know, and I used to teach his kids bushcraft and stuff. He owns a gun shop, and he would land down and he would say, "There's a haunch here. I've some shoulder here and some back strap. Do you want it?" You know, so I I like the reds. I really did like the reds now. No, I can't, Thomas. 8 people and 18 thumbs up. Wow. That's because Kian gave me those 2 thumbs up. How did you do that? Pat! Happy birthday, buddy. Happy birthday. 21 again. So I hear. So I hear. Just in time for me to say goodnight as well. Here, righty. A fallow calf. Nah, fishing's the same. Fishing's the same. We get a lot of brown trout in the river down at Red Branch, but they're only ever like half a pound weight. It's like there's a stocked lake up beside me, but it's not. The only decent fish is sea fishing, you know. So, Elite Guns in Uri. Way back at the start, you did, Randy. You would have seen myself and Lily did a fishing video way back at the start. They're downstairs. They're downstairs. They're way out at the cinema, and we were all very late coming back, Roddy. I only saw one of them, Pat. I don't remember what it was. Home light, maybe. I don't remember. Sorry. They're downstairs. I sort of have warned them off a little bit. Jesus, Randy, I don't think so, buddy. You have been here. You are like my longest subscriber. You have to be. You're not my first subscriber, but you're definitely one of my longest consistent comment on video subscribers. You have to be. Jesus, man, you have to be on 5 years at least. And that's going back to Prepared Mind 101. Do you remember that? What? Bams? Barns? You mean weans? You mean children? Children, yes. The skill saw. It was the skill saw. I just saw a little bit on the skill saw. It's not there anymore. It's gone. The videos are gone because they're so old. They don't appear on YouTube. I can't search back any further. I don't know how to. So all my really bad shot on a 30-pound GoPro videos are all gone. And my first video was gone. Oh, yes, Roddy, I get you. No, lucky enough. Yeah. Right, okay. Nice. Guys, listen, I gotta go to work tomorrow. I have to go, and I don't know what I'll do tomorrow. Aaron, what do you all do tomorrow? Aaron mightn't be on anymore. Guys, I'm going to go. Pat, we're just finishing up. We're 1 hour and 3 minutes in. So you just landed in just in time for us to say happy birthday. Guys, I am going to say good night. Thank you very much for everybody that joined in, guys. It was... Thanks, Pat. Guys, Pat, Roddy, Jay, Randy, Bumpkin Rocks, Rod, everybody, guys. Bumpkin Rocks, Rod, Thomas. Guys, thank you very much for joining me tonight on this Friday Night Live. Stay frosty.